From prison breaks to fans stealing golf clubs mid-tournament, these are the weirdest golf moments that even Hollywood couldn't script. At number 7, we have a story that sounds like it was ripped straight from a movie. Most golfers dream about playing in the Open Championship. For Ryan Peake, that dream began in a prison cell. About 10 years before his big break, Ryan wasn't polishing his swing or chasing trophy, was serving a 5-year sentence for assault as a member of an outlaw motorcycle gang in Australia. Golf was the last thing on his mind, but sometimes life offers second chances when you least expect it. After Ryan got out, his old coach asked him to give golf another try. At first, Ryan thought it was crazy, but slowly he rebuilt his swing, grinding every day, chasing a dream he almost gave up. Fast forward a few years, and Ryan found himself leading the New Zealand Open final. When he sank his last putt for a 66 and a 23-under finish, he didn't just win the tournament, he punched his ticket to the Open Championship prison walls to Royal Portrush. Sometimes real life writes a story better than Hollywood ever could. At number 6, we have one of the weirdest interruptions you'll ever see on a golf course. During the 2021 US Open, Bryson was locked in, lining up his next shot. The crowd buzzed quietly behind the ropes, as it always does, until one man decided the rules didn't apply to him. Out of nowhere, a random guy strolled onto the fairway, walked right up to Bryson's bag, and grabbed a club, not by accident. Like he belonged there. For a second, everyone froze. Even Bryson just stared, wondering if he was dreaming. Finally, security tackled the guy and dragged him off the course. The footage quickly went viral because in a game like golf, a random fan playing pretend caddy is about as weird as it gets. At number 5, despite facing every kind of pressure, even Tiger Woods isn't immune to a perfectly timed heckle. At the 2018 Farmers Insurance Open at Torrey Pines, Tiger stood over a makeable birdie putt. The entire gallery fell silent. Thousands held their breath. Tiger began his backstroke, and right at that perfect moment, someone screamed. Tiger flinched, and he missed the putt. The announcers were left speechless. For a second, Tiger turned toward the crowd, his face saying it all. "Are you serious?" But being a Tiger, he didn't crumble. On the very next hole, he smashed a 320-yard drive down the middle and made birdie. After all, true greatness isn't about avoiding interruptions, it's about how you respond to such weird moments. At number 4. If there's one thing Phil Mickelson isn't known for, it's playing it safe. After a wild tee shot, Phil's ball ended up deep in a bush with a tree blocking his way. Most golfers would grab a wedge and chip out sideways, but not Phil. He asked for his driver. The crowd buzzed with confusion. Even his caddy hesitated. But Phil just smiled and said, "The driver got me into this mess, so the driver's going to get me out." With a wild half swing, he smashed the ball through a tiny gap in the trees. It skeeped out perfectly into the fairway. It was part madness, part magic, and 100% classic Phil Mickelson. At number 3, a pro golfer's driver is like a magic wand, and when it's damaged, it's supposed to be replaceable. But a weird moment happened at the 2024 BMW Championship when Matt Fitzpatrick found a crack in his driver face. He called for a ruling, assuming he'd get a replacement, but officials said the crack wasn't bad enough and forced him to continue playing with it. The results were obvious in the form of short drives, lost accuracy, and lost momentum. He missed the cut to the final playoff event. Fans and commentators slammed the decision because asking a golfer to compete with broken equipment is like asking a sprinter to race with one shoe tied. At number 2, in the 2014 Crowne Plaza Invitational, Jimmy Walker lined up a perfect drive on the 17th hole. The ball soared into the sky and mid-slide struck a bird. The ball's path changed instantly, diving awkwardly into the rough. At first, nobody knew what had happened. Only on the replay did the crazy truth come out. Walker shrugged it off, saved par, and kept going, showing that sometimes, in golf, you don't just battle the course, you battle the unexpected. At number 1, we have a moment that wasn't just weird, it was heroic. In 1988, at Moon Valley Country Club, LPGA player Mary Porter King noticed something terrifying. A toddler floating face down in a nearby backyard pool. Without hesitation, she sprinted over the fence, grabbed the child, and immediately performed CPR. After a few tense moments, the boy started breathing again. The ambulance arrived. and Mary quietly returned to her round. She didn't win that day, but she walked away with true greatness, which isn't measured by trophies. So which of these moments did you find the weirdest? Let me know down in the comments.